In a world where political battles were relentless, the clash of ideologies was a constant force. Professors, revered as the intellectual backbone of society, were entrusted with cultivating critical thinking and reasoned debate. Yet, at times, their views could ignite more than academic discussions. They could spark controversies that echoed through the media. This is exactly what transpired when a liberal professor publicly insulted Karoline Leavitt, a conservative political figure. What followed was an unexpected twist, as Leavitt's response left everyone stunned. Karoline Leavitt, a former communications director for the US House of Representatives and a political candidate, was no stranger to the spotlight. Known for her steadfast conservative principles and fervent defense of liberty, she had been at the heart of numerous debates. So, when a prominent liberal professor made a provocative remark about her, many assumed it would be just another routine political exchange. However, Leavitt, renowned for her sharp wit and no-nonsense approach, had something entirely unforeseen in store. The incident began when the professor, a vocal critic of conservative policies, commented on Leavitt's political stance during a public event. This academic, who had earned recognition for his fiery critiques of conservative values, referred to Leavitt in derogatory terms, branding her an extremist and suggesting her views were harmful to the nation. The remark was delivered before a packed audience at an academic conference, a setting where emotions often run high and disagreements are commonplace. But this insult crossed a boundary, and the words quickly spread across social media, leaving many eager to see how Leavitt would respond. As expected, the professor's comment went viral, eliciting reactions from both sides of the political spectrum. Some backed the professor, arguing that Leavitt's views were too radical to be taken seriously. Conversely, conservatives rallied behind Leavitt, accusing the professor of attempting to silence dissenting voices. It wasn't long before the controversy escalated into a full-blown media storm, with pundits on both sides analyzing the professor's remarks and speculating on Leavitt's next move. Leavitt, however, didn't rush to react. She took time to reflect, and when she finally addressed the issue, her response was unlike anything anyone had anticipated. Instead of engaging in a heated exchange with the professor or launching a scathing counterattack, Leavitt delivered a response that caught everyone off guard. In a video posted on her social media channels, she addressed the professor's insult with a level of poise and professionalism that left many in awe. With a calm and measured tone, Leavitt began by acknowledging the professor's right to express his opinions, however misguided she believed them to be. "I've always believed in free speech," she said, "and even though I disagree with what was said about me, I defend his right to say it." Her words set a tone of respect while remaining resolute. Leavitt went on to draw a clear distinction between disagreement and personal attacks. "It's one thing to debate ideas or challenge policies," she explained, "but it's entirely another to resort to personal insults. I'm not here to fight with anyone. I'm here to promote ideas that I believe will strengthen this country." This statement was particularly striking because in an era where political figures often engage in inflammatory rhetoric, Leavitt's approach was refreshingly composed. But then, in a move that truly stunned both her critics and supporters, Leavitt shifted the focus to the professor's behavior. Rather than merely defending herself, she made a compelling point about the importance of intellectual integrity and respectful discourse in academia. "We should be teaching our students to engage in meaningful discussions, to listen and learn from one another, even when we disagree," she said. "If we allow personal insults and division to take center stage, we're undermining the very principles of education." The video continued, emphasizing the importance of standing up for one's beliefs without resorting to hatred or disrespect. Leavitt's words were a call for unity, a reminder that political differences need not lead to personal animosity. She urged everyone to focus on the issues that truly matter, policies affecting the economy, national security, and the nation's future, rather than attacking individuals for their views. What made Leavitt's response so remarkable wasn't just her eloquence or her ability to remain calm under pressure. It was her ability to seize the moment to challenge the broader cultural climate, where insults and division have become the norm. By taking the high road, Leavitt sent a powerful message that civility in politics is still possible, even amid fierce ideological battles. The professor, for his part, seemed to recognize the gravity of the situation. In the aftermath, he issued a statement retracting some of his more inflammatory remarks, acknowledging that, while he disagreed with Leavitt's views, his comments had been inappropriate. This was a rare occurrence, as public figures, especially in academia, seldom backtrack after controversial statements. But Leavitt's response had clearly made an impact, prompting him to reconsider his tone. In the days that followed, the public's reaction was overwhelmingly positive toward Leavitt. People from both sides of the political spectrum praised her for handling the situation with grace and dignity. Her ability to rise above the insult and redirect the conversation to substantive issues resonated with many, regardless of their political affiliation. It served as a reminder that, even in an era dominated by conflict, it's possible to engage in discourse that is thoughtful, respectful, and constructive. Ultimately, the incident became a defining moment for Leavitt, a testament to her character and commitment to fostering civility in politics. It also served as a lesson for all involved, that the way we respond to criticism reveals as much about us as the individuals making the accusations. By choosing to rise above the fray, Leavitt didn't just silence her critics, she sparked a vital conversation about respectful dialogue in a polarized world. As the controversy faded from the headlines, Leavitt's message continued to resonate across social media, opinion pieces, and classrooms. It was a powerful reminder that, in politics and life, composure in the face of adversity is a quality to aspire to. For Leavitt, it solidified her reputation as a leader who fights for her beliefs with respect for others. In the weeks that followed, the incident echoed in political circles and beyond, becoming the subject of interviews, debates, and media discussions. Commentators highlighted how her reaction contrasted with the toxic rhetoric that often dominates discourse. It wasn't just a personal victory, but a triumph for those who value respectful communication. Her actions also sparked a broader conversation about academia's role in shaping public discourse. Many noted that the professor's comments, while reflective of an ideological stance, didn't foster meaningful debate, raising questions about whether universities are still places for respectful idea exchange or have become political battlegrounds. Leavitt's response resonated with diverse audiences. Young conservatives praised her for showing it's possible to be principled yet composed, offering a model for handling attacks without petty disputes. Even some moderates and liberals, while critical of her politics, were impressed by her ability to elevate discourse. In a polarized world, it's rare for someone to transcend ideology and appeal to universal values of respect and fairness. Leavitt seized the opportunity to promote intellectual diversity and respect in public debate, appearing on national platforms to discuss her experiences and how to shift political conversation's tone. "It's easy to fall into tit-for-tat insults," she said in an interview, "but we must be better. We have a duty to lead by example, especially with a platform." Meanwhile, she advanced her political career, channeling the controversy's energy into her work. Whether campaigning or engaging voters, she focused on key issues: economy, security, healthcare, and the future, reminding audiences it's about solutions, not grudges. Not everyone embraced her championed civility. Some critics argued her conservative positions were out of touch, and her response was a strategic move to win moderates. But these criticisms didn't undermine her message, instead amplifying her standing among those tired of political bickering. Her message inspired a movement for thoughtful dialogue, with grassroots organizations citing her as a model for discourse. In an era of outrage, these initiatives offered hope for a civil future. For Leavitt, the incident was a chance to reflect on politics and the public's desire for change and engagement. She emphasized that leadership should lift others up, not tear them down, arguing that it's not insults, but how we rise above them that defines us. By turning a negative situation into a positive one, her grace under pressure showed that a thoughtful response can leave a lasting impression, even amid harsh criticism. As months passed, Leavitt's response continued to inspire, becoming a touchstone for leaders and commentators. It prompted a reevaluation of how polarized leaders can engage with opposition and the public. Many questioned how often emotions and insults cloud real issues. Her dignified handling reminded all that civility should prevail, even when tensions rise. Media discussions on the outrage culture praised her response as an antidote to negativity, a model for leadership when dialogue and respect are often overlooked. Social media, typically divisive, saw her videos shared widely as an example of how figures should act. Even political opponents acknowledged her maturity, marking a victory for decorum in a rare moment. Leavitt's image evolved from a conservative voice to a beacon of respectful engagement, earning cross-party respect for her simple yet powerful message. Disagree passionately, but with dignity. Some Democrats in swing states echoed her calls for civility, proving shared values could unite divided people. Her calm demeanor and intellect made her stand out in debates, no longer just polarizing, but a bridge builder. Yet, she stayed focused on her mission, advocating policies for economic growth, security, and a better future. Not on being a nice politician. The professor's insult taught her that critics would always exist, but what mattered was her response. True leadership, she showed, lies in staying above the fray. As the controversy faded, Leavitt rose in prominence, symbolizing a politics of respect and honesty that many craved. Her response became pivotal, not just for her career, but for a cultural shift toward less combative conversations. What began as an insult sparked a national dialogue on discourse, setting the stage for leadership prioritizing integrity over attacks. Through her poised response, Leavitt proved that in a divided world, there's room for healing dialogue. The professor's backtracking showed her message hit home. Both sides learned. He gave her a platform to show true leadership, and she showed that winning an argument often means rising above it with grace, humility, and commitment to respect. Her response wasn't just political, it was a lesson for all. How we handle criticism defines us as much as our actions. Leavitt set a new standard for engagement, no matter our differences.